Welcome to the weekend edition of the King Mo Show. I am wearing my Pittsburgh UPMC Health Plan half marathon shirt. Last weekend I ran the half marathon, and you may think someone who runs a half marathon, they're crazy, super healthy, and all that type of stuff. And that's the thing I love about running, and in particular the half marathons. They have an expo before it, and it's generally this mix of super healthy, so like all kinds of massage things and herbal remedies and all that type of stuff, and alcohol. I don't know what it is. Runners, they like alcohol. The Pittsburgh Marathon and the half marathon are one of my favorites that I've done. Done them in a couple different places. And I think the reason I like Pittsburgh the most is, well, I grew up in Pittsburgh, but two of their sponsors are alcohol related. This year, Icy Light. Iron City Light was one of their sponsors. One of their other sponsors is Wiggle Whiskey, and they made Runners of Steel Bourbon. Picture of the bridges, cool little logos. So, yeah, it's this healthy thing. It's a large effort, all this training that goes into it, but it's a really fun thing to do. And this whole communal feeling of everybody's going through it. Everyone's going to go through this same painful process, and people support each other and they cheer each other on. It's really amazing. When I did the race, it rained most of the time, and it could have been just a miserable time, but people just embraced it and they enjoyed it. After the race, I was standing in line, huge line, because that's what we do, to get a free donut. Yes, a free donut. I stood in a line for 15 minutes, maybe 20 minutes to get one free donut. It's just what you do. I can't really explain it. But while I'm standing there, a lady noticed that I had a shirt, that's like all you could see of it. And she said, "Hey, is that an Icy Light shirt?" And I said, "Yes." I saw this shirt and I knew I had to get it. 13.1. I ran through downtown Pittsburgh just for the Icy Light. And I was telling her I used to live in Pittsburgh. Icy Light used to be my beer of choice, but I don't live there anymore. And she goes, "Hey, my husband really likes Icy Light." She calls him over and is telling her the story, we're just kind of relating and talking. He goes, "Do you want an Icy Light?" Granted, this is about 9:30 in the morning. Sure. He has a cooler of Icy Light and it just looked like a backpack or something. And so there we are, 9:30, 9:45 in the morning, having an Icy Light, waiting to get a free donut. That's what I like about Pittsburgh, the marathon, that whole community. But since I was in Pittsburgh, I picked up an Icy Light, not an IPA, and I picked up an Iron City. And I thought I'd give both of them a try and have them side by side, do a little comparison of the two, and see what we think of it. And this is going to be a nice, what I would call traditional coloring of a beer. Nothing orange, nothing pink, nothing green, nothing fancy about it. So Iron City was the original version of the beer, and then during the craze of lighter versions, less calories and all that type, they came out with Icy Light, and just seeing if there's anything interesting on the label. Nope. So here's my Icy Light. Here's my Iron City. Both just about the same color, maybe a little darker on the Iron City. And I didn't do a great pour to get the proper amount of head on them or anything, but smells like beer. It's a nice beer. It's got a good flavor to it. It's not overly hoppy or anything like that. I think of, if you're going to have a cookout, this is a great beer for it. the Icy Light. It's good. It's beer. No funky flavors, just really refreshing. I'd say the Iron City has a little bit more of a flavor profile to it, a little bit heavier flavor to it. I have no problem with either one of these beers. If you're in the Pittsburgh area, I recommend you trying it. If you're a light beer fan, a Miller Lite, a Coors Light, sorry if you're a Coors Light fan, but if you're like a Miller Lite, Busch Light, anything like that, give the Icy Light a try. It's good. I think it has more flavor than them. But all around, just a good drinkable beer. I'm not going to sample this. I can't wait to try it, but that'll be some other time. Probably not on the show because you probably can't get it. Well, that's all I have for today. Have a great remainder of your weekend. Like this, subscribe it, share it with your friends, share it with your enemies. Sign up for a race. Sign up for a 5K. Walk a 5K. Sign up for a half marathon. Push yourself. Who knows? Maybe there'll be even more about half marathons and running coming up in future episodes. Anyways, thank you again.